Okay, this right here is a huge chunk of Chalcedony.
Hey guys, it's Alex. I'm back out here on the Yellowstone River. Today we do not have Kip with us because he's actually at a little play date with his best dog friend. So it's just gonna be us out here on the river today. We're out on the Yellowstone River doing a little social isolation and rock hounding. But I'm especially excited for today because we're gonna try to get to a spot that I don't think very many people have picked over. I've been kind of spending some time on Google Maps and I think this spot's gonna be pretty promising. We'll have to do a little bit of walking to get there and I'll check in with you once we get there. All right guys, I couldn't stop myself from checking out a couple gravel bars on the way to the river. And I think I found our first kind of cool find of the day. It's this piece of Jasper and Chalcedony. There's a YouTuber called Katydid that calls these, I believe she calls them quaspers or Jasper Agates. I'm not sure anyways. Take a look at that. Pretty cool. I think I just found our first agate of the day. There you go, our first agate of the day. Ooh, it's really pretty too. Got some inclusions in there and it's really pretty. So actually, I should correct myself because technically, I've been calling these agates. If they don't have banding, then they're technically considered chalcedony, which is the same material, but the banding is what would make it an agate. So I could always cut this one open and see if there's bands on the inside, but it doesn't look like it, at least right here. So we're gonna call this just a chunk of chalcedony. Still amazing. Let's keep going. Okay, well I didn't make it very far because I found this. It's Jasper, but there's some chalcedony mix in there. It's just a really, really pretty piece of Yellowstone River Jasper. Man, this social isolation stuff really isn't that bad. Maybe we'll make it to the river eventually. Okay, I think we've got a pretty one here. Let's pull this one out of the ground. So this is that yellow jasper mixed with chalcedony, at least I believe. But just look at how it's all so mossy in there. It's actually a lot bigger piece than I thought it was going to be. But man, it is beautiful. Okay, so I'm actually down on the river now. And you're gonna see that the place we're going to is just around these trees down here. But I was just looking around in the gravels because I can't help myself. And I found this pretty neat piece. It's jasper or chert mixed with some chalcedony, but it's really pretty. That one's definitely gonna go in the tumbler here. All right, guys, here it is, the promised land. I have no idea if anybody's ever rock hounded this before. It's definitely possible, but I find it very unlikely. So, we're gonna get out there and see what we can find. All right, I was wondering when we might find our first piece of petrified wood. But man, it's a pretty one. Let me pull it out for you and take a look. Okay, we're finding agates finally. Or I should say chalcedony. It's gonna take me forever to get used to that. but here's a nice little chunk. And then I also just saw this. So we're gonna pull that out because that is either Jasper or Chalcedony, and we'll see what it looks like. So I am not sure exactly what this is. I have found similar pieces before, and I believe it is, you know, a silicate, as in either Jasper or Chalcedony, but it's really beautiful. I'd be kind of curious to see what it looks like tumbled. Awesome stuff. We're just gonna keep looking down this little gravel bar here in the middle of the trees, see what we can find. All right, guys, another nice piece of petrified wood. Let me set it down right here and spray it off for you. Ooh, it's agatized. That is very nice. And then right here, it's a really big chunk of Jasper. You can just see there's some different colors going on in there. This is way too big to take home, but it's still kind of interesting. I don't necessarily see anything else right next to us. All right, here it is. Woo! Chunk of Chalcedony. So pretty. Oh, so this one is actually an agate because you can see the bands are right there. That is so pretty. Wow. Oh, that's awesome. And here's a nice little piece of yellow jasper. Wow, look at the shine on that. That's amazing. The river just does that by itself. No tumbler involved. The promised land is paying off. Oh man, this is Agate Central. This is literally just a few feet away from where I found that last one. Let me spray it off so you can see the whole thing in all of its glory. All right, check it out. Focus there. See, it is technically an agate. I don't know if you can see those bands sort of towards the top, but it is just beautiful. All right, once again, just a few feet away, it's another piece of, it's a really dark petrified wood. There you can kind of see the grains in there. Still really pretty. And then right here, something very suspicious. Let me get this cleaned off. And then there's also this piece right here. So let me get both of these cleaned off and then I'll show you. All right, so here they are cleaned off. This is a beautiful piece of jasper. Some reds and yellows in it. And then this one is either banded shirt or sort of a yellow jasper slash chalcedony. And then, as I was rinsing those off, this popped out. As in I saw it, didn't literally pop out. But there's some interesting stuff going on there. I'd say it's highly suspicious that this is silicated, some sort of jasper or agate. I'll be very curious to cut this one open. So let's keep looking. Oh my gosh, you guys are not gonna believe this. I'm just gonna sit down for a second and look at it before I show you. But this is gonna blow your mind. Okay, this right here is a huge chunk of chalcedony. I'm gonna spray it off for you guys so you can see the transformation that's about to occur. Oh, baby. Look at that. Let's get it out of there. I'm gonna get it all the way cleaned off and we'll get a really good look at it. So it's a really big chunk of chalcedony. I don't know whether there's bands on the inside. There are a couple little caves with some druzy quartz, which you maybe can see a little bit there. And there's the other one. Maybe some botryoidal in there as well. But geez, This one's definitely gonna have to get cut open, because who knows? Just beautiful. Oh, I love this stuff. And then, I mean, look at this right here. This beautiful piece of yellow jasper, just laying around, waiting to get picked up. It really is just kind of mind-blowing. Here's another really, really pretty piece of sort of red, yellow jasper. I find this stuff out here, I don't know, somewhat regularly, and it's just really, really pretty. So, hard to say. I don't know what's prettier, the agates or the jasper. Let me know what you think in the comments. Here's a piece of aventurine. We talked about that a little bit in one of my recent videos. It's coarse with a sort of a green hue to it. I'm trying to collect a bunch so I can do a tumble batch. Guess what I found? Woohoo! Look at that agate, or Chalcedony. Let's pull it out. Oh, it's big. Here, let me spray it off for you. There it is. I can't tell if there's any banding. There is some moss right there. So maybe we could just go ahead and call this an agate. Like a moss agate with just a very little amount of moss in it. Oh, it's so pretty. Finding lots of these clear agate or chalcedony nodules today. Let's pull this one out of the ground as well. Take a look at it. I'll spray it off real quick. Hey, we found our first piece of trash. An old shotgun shell, which means people surely have been here at some point. But I just like to use these pieces as a good reminder for everybody to pick up trash whenever they're out on the river. You know, take a plastic bag with you or your backpack and just pick up whatever you find. And then right here, is a really, really pretty piece of petrified wood. It's got some really unique color to it. Almost like a reddish orange hue. Beautiful. Very beautiful. Well, our time is definitely wrapping up. I'll see if we can find anything else before we call it a day. All right, just found this nice chunk of, I think it's a mix of chalcedony and jasper, but it's really pretty. I think there's even some druzy quartz there in that pocket, and in there too, maybe? And I don't know if you can see it. There's almost maybe some very slight banding on the surface, so this will be very interesting to cut open at some point. Pretty nice piece of petrified wood with some chalcedony veins in it. Really like that in there. Ha! Oh, that's full of mud. There's a nice piece of chalcedony. And there's another one right there. And there's a little piece of chert or something. Pretty good size. I'll spray this one off. Okay, so this one's actually a moss agate. We get to call it an agate. You see the inclusions in there? It's got kind of some host rock there on the top. But it's a really, really pretty piece. Check out this funkiness. It's a beautiful piece of yellow jasper with chalcedony in there. Some little inclusions, but man, is it pretty. I just really love this stuff. Alright guys, I think that's gonna do it for me. Really awesome to explore this gravel bar. I think there's a lot of potential, and we'll definitely be coming back at some point in the near future because I know there's more to find here. In the meantime, if you enjoy coming with me on these adventures, if you like checking out all the cool rocks, consider liking this video, leaving a comment telling me what you like, and also subscribe, because there's going to be a whole lot more stuff coming out in the future. So I definitely appreciate it, and I look forward to going rock hounding with you guys again.